Hi guys, it's your girl here, Ada B, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. So today, guys, as you can already see by the title, we're going to get into some pretty deep things. But before we get into that, please make sure that you're hitting the thumbs up, that you're subscribing to the channel, and that you are hitting that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload next. Do make sure that you're following the socials at Talks Little B as well. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about 10 lessons before 30. Bruh. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting older. I have to be honest with you. Like, there are moments of being younger. I'm like, oh, I wish I was like 24, 23. That could be kind of cool again. But in the same breath, I'm like, no, being 24, 23 in this generation as it is right now, no, thank you. How it was back when I was that age, yes. But even then, I'm still so happy to be growing older. Like, I love it. I always thought like the way people make turning 25 and older sound, especially as a woman, it's scary. It makes it seem like such a scary and daunting process. But honestly, I'm having the most fun than I've ever had in my life. The most freedom, the most fun, and the most awareness of self. I feel like before I was just coasting through life. Life literally was doing me. I was not doing life. Okay. And it was quite a miserable existence. And I've said this a few times because I don't think a lot of people from the outward looking in would believe that necessarily. But as the one who was living it, trust me, and let me tell you, it was miserable. It was a miserable existence. But God has done some wonderful things. God has done some wonderful things, child. And I'm so grateful and blessed to be at this point in my life where I can actually be excited about getting older. Like, I don't know, for me, I don't know. Like I said, people have always made getting older sound so scary, but I've honestly found it so liberating, so freeing. And it's the most confident I've ever been as well, which is something I've wanted for a long, long time. So I'm not going to ramble on too long today. I'm really just going to get straight into it. And I'm going to tell you guys the 10 lessons. These are 10 lessons I want to share that I've learned through my 20s so far that I want to share with everybody who is, whether you're 20 yet or not, whether you're in your 20s yet or not, you can definitely learn something from me. Also, I hope, chat. So let's get into it. Number one, patience. Patience. Because one thing about when you're young, when you're in your teens, when you're in your early 20s, you just cannot wait to grow up. Like, you just want to rush to be older. But I promise you, once you get older, you realize that, oh, don't worry. Time is a ticking and time is a going. Okay. You don't want to wait. Don't worry. You don't have to. Because you blink and it's already 2 weeks from now. You blink again, it's 2 months from now. You blink again, it's 2 years from now. You're 33, you're 32, you're 40. Okay. It's no joke. Patience. I didn't have much patience. Like, I was very impatient. I wanted everything now. Like, I mean, if I say I want a new phone, I don't want to wait for next week for the new. I want it this very moment that I'm saying it to get it. Like, I was that kind of person. I wanted change now. I wanted things now. I didn't want to wait for anything. But life, God taught me the beauty in waiting. You see, when you wait, when you have patience, the things that unravel, the things that come to light, more time, when you wait, you realize you don't even want that thing as much as you thought you wanted it. You know, you could have been like all year round, like, I really just really want that bag. I really want that bag. Next paycheck, I am getting that bag. When that paycheck comes, is that bag even still in your memory? For some of us, it might be, because it might be the only thing you're looking forward to all month. But for most of us, we will have forgotten. And then once we have already spent all our money, oh my gosh, I really wanted that bag. I forgot to get that bag. And then now you might go and make, poor financial decisions, or you might say next paycheck. I promise you, by the time you reach the third paycheck, you're not gonna want that bag. Even if you're somebody who can afford to just get the bag now, wait. If you still desire the bag as much as you do right now, by the end of the month, get the bag. But a lot of the time, I've realized I might really want something at the beginning of the month. By the end of the month, I have no desire or interest for that thing. Patience. And that's just a mild example. We can think of deeper examples. When am I going to get that 100K. Lord, I've been praying, I've been fasting, I've been tithing. When is that 100K entering my account? Tax-free. When? I ain't saying that, but at the end of the month, you're still going to want that 100K. But your perspective on how you arrive at that 100K might change. See, in that moment when you are desperate for a breakthrough or for something to happen, some of us will do anything because we just want to see something happen. We just want to see the change. And we don't really want to wait much longer for it. But the danger in that is that we make decisions that sometimes we can't come back from. Patience. Big, big lesson. That tracksuit you think you want right now, I promise you, in about 2 months' time, you're not going to want it because it's going to be something else that's going to come out or that you're going to see your fave wearing that you're going to want as well. Those trainers, that makeup, the jewelry, whatever it might be. Wait and see. When it came to this matter of patience, for me personally, I realized the more I wait, the better decisions I make. Because the more time I have to think and to pray, to find out more information, to find out how I really feel about it. And for things to reveal itself, expose itself. This can be in the context of friendships, relationships, making financial decisions, career decisions. It can apply to any. Patience. So important. This is even why I made that whole video on wait on the Lord, wait on God. Because too many of us are rushing to go somewhere. Where are you rushing to? Where? Like, have you sat down and thought, where are you rushing to? And when you get there, do you actually think that will be the answer to your problems? Which leads me to lesson number 2. Be kind to yourself. That was a big one for me. I was so hard on myself. Forget the expectations other people had of me, the expectations I had of me. But when I understood that the only way I can really enjoy this life is if I'm kinder to myself. That doesn't mean making excuses for myself and not taking accountability. No, we still take accountability around here. We still pull ourselves up when we're wrong. However, it does mean, hello, I'm only human. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm trying to be like Christ, but I'm not him and I never will be. But if I want to enjoy and live in the promises of God, I'm going to need to be kinder to myself. And I'm going to have to give myself an opportunity to work through some things with God. His sacrifice means that I don't have to live in condemnation and guilt and unforgiveness and bitterness. I can be at peace, not just with other people, but within me, with me. I used to have so many regrets for things, some things I didn't even do. I still would have deep regrets and upset. Why did I allow this person to do to me like this? Why did I allow this? Oh my gosh. Once I was able to begin letting that go with God, it was so much easier to be kinder to myself. I didn't get to the point of feeling sorry for myself, but I sympathized and empathized with myself a little bit more. I gave myself a little bit more grace. So you know what, girl, you've actually been through a lot and you're still smiling and you still have time for people and you still have love to give. You're going to be okay. God loves you. He hasn't given up on you and it's going to be okay. Okay, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do today. So what? Tomorrow is a new day by the grace of God. If I get to see, I will try again. Being kinder to yourself is something you have to do in order to enjoy this life. Otherwise, it can be very, very dark and very cruel out here. And this is how some people get to a place of no return. And it's always sad when I see those situations. Because I'm like, gosh, if only they knew there was hope. There was hope. There is the love of a savior. There are people who have passed through what you have passed through and have made it to the other side. There is hope. Just be kinder to yourself. It will be okay. So important. It also improves the quality of life and it feeds into the first lesson of patience. When you're kinder to yourself, you deal with yourself in a much better way. You're much gentler and loving of yourself. You're like, you know what? No, I really wanted to do that and I did it. But if I'm not happy with that, I don't have to do it again. And I won't do it again because I didn't like how that made me feel. Or I really did like how that made me feel. So I'll make sure that at least once a month I do that again. Okay, oh, I didn't really perform the best today at work, but you know what? By the grace of God, tomorrow is a new day. I will try again. I'll give it my best go. Well, you know, I didn't really communicate something as I would have liked to have communicated it. But you know what? Now that I know that I didn't do that, I'll do better next time. And then don't just say I want to do better next time and then don't do nothing. We still got to do the work. Okay, we got to figure out, okay, how can I do it better next time? And just have patience with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You only have one life and there's only one you. There will never be another person in the world that is exactly like you. There'll be none. So you are special to God. And he doesn't like it when we are talking negatively about ourselves. He doesn't like it when we are being cruel to ourselves, condemning ourselves, because he's like, just come to me, let me embrace you. Let my love fill in the gaps and the broken pieces and put you back together in the way that I made you to be. Enjoy the freedom that Christ died for you, to give you. Which takes me on to lesson number 3. Leave dead situations ASAP. And I really mean ASAP. Because one of my biggest issues that I had throughout my teen years, early 20s, was knowing something is dead and still staying in hopes to revive it. Like, revive what? The situation is dead. But there I am, like, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Or maybe things might turn around. Or maybe it might get better. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. No, the situation is dead. Finito. It's time to let it go. And I'll be there holding on with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. I am holding on to lifeless situations. And you know what that did? It killed my ambition. It killed my drive. It killed my hope. And then you know what that did? It meant that I started condemning myself. I started feeling guilty. I started feeling stressed, anxious, depressed. And then now I'm looking for a quick solution, a quick fix, or a quick remedy to feel better, just temporarily, just so I can get on to the next day. Oh, what an awful, awful cycle to be in. Leave dead situations. So many of us have friends, relationships with family members or a partner, in jobs and other areas of life that we are just holding on to for dear life when it's time to let it go. And the truth is, the reason why at least I was holding on to those situations, because there was a sense of comfort there, even though I knew they were dead and they weren't serving me. The comfort was I already knew what to expect from the situation. So I could just continue like that until I basically couldn't anymore. Instead of just saying, you know what, I can see where this is going. Let me end it now. Let me walk away now. Let me finish this now. Let me put a full stop in this right now and save myself all the heartache and grief. But no, like I said, I was there trying to breathe life into situations that were flatlined, never to be resurrected, never to come back to life again. And you know what? Thank God they didn't come back to life again, because I don't even know what that would have meant for me now. But I was there trying to do CPR in situations where God was like, girl, it's done, move on. I'm not letting this person back into your life. You're not going to rekindle nothing here. There is no more opportunity at this place. It's time to go. The amount of time I wasted, energy I wasted, the compromises, forget that, sacrifices I made unnecessarily because I wanted to give the situation or the person the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to believe it would turn around somehow. And it just never did. It never did. And that drained me. Oh, it drained me and led to a series of other bad decisions. Leave dead situations ASAP. And this leads me smoothly into lesson number 4. Trust my gut. Trust your gut. Those instinctual feelings you get where you get that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, or that weird feeling in your chest that almost makes you feel like you can't breathe. That is your red flag system. That is your red flag alert system. Waving, beeping, flashing. That is your alert system telling you it is time to go. It is time to leave. It is time to take action. It is time to do something about what is happening right now in your life. And I know many of us have had those situations, especially when we're out with friends or in a relationship. Many of us have had that feeling in the pit of our stomach. And we know, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Oh, I need to leave this man right now, leave this woman because she's going to ruin my life or he's going to ruin my life. And we just don't, because we do what I was doing before, wanting to give it the benefit of the doubt, hoping it would change and get better. But did it ever? No. You just kept getting more of those feelings. Those feelings became more intense. And then it just gets to a point where it's like, I cannot take this. This is physically making me unwell. That is quite literally what happened to me. It was physically making me unwell. On the flip side of that, taking opportunities. There's so many times where I've been in conversations with people or at a place and space, and my body is literally like, go and introduce yourself, go and say something, go and put yourself forward, sign up for it, put your hand up. And I just never did. And I missed out on amazing, amazing opportunities. You know, when I realized that that was even a thing for positive things as well, when your gut and your instinct is literally screaming at you to take action on something, to do something that's also going to be positive for you, was when someone said to me, you know, I really thought you would have applied for that thing because I think you would have got it. I think you were actually the kind of person that they would have wanted to give this opportunity to, but you never did. Ouch. Ah, severe pain. Like, really? They would have considered me? They would have actually chosen me for this thing? You mean that could have actually been me instead of this other person? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Trust your gut. If I'd been trusting my gut from early, I would have avoided so many situations, and I probably would be in a completely different place in my life. But also, I wouldn't have learned these 10 lessons. It would have probably been a different set of 10 lessons. Maybe I would have prepared those 10 lessons than these ones, because these ones were hard to get through. These ones are painful. But we're here. And the Lord has spared me, and I'm grateful. Trust your gut. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt the feeling. No, you know, sometimes we have this thing of where we're like, oh, I don't want to like jump to conclusions, or I don't want to just assume the worst, or, you know, I don't want to take a chance and then be rejected. No, 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 no. When your gut is speaking to you, when your body is quite literally communicating to you in a specific moment, you need to listen to what it's telling you, and you need to take action. Another way to look at it or perceive it is discernment. When you have spiritual discernment, like life, you live it differently. Because what might look completely normal and fine on the surface, your spirit will be, the Holy Spirit will be saying, don't you dare. Because once you cross your leg on there, it's a wrap for you. Yes, the Lord will save you, but what you're going to go through before he does is going to be painful. Don't you dare. Don't cross that line. Don't do it. Or it will prompt you to do things. It will give you the conviction to do things, to testify, to get up on the pulpit and to share the good news, to take up on opportunities, to be there for people, or whatever the case might be. Trust your gut. And that takes me nicely on to number 5. Save your money. Because while a lot of people are earning a lot of money, they're also spending really recklessly. Like, I know people that earn good money, good money, but rarely do they have much to show for it. And by that, I mean, I'm like, with that kind of salary, with that kind of money, you should have at least invested in a property or something, invest in something, just save for a rainy day. But when you speak to them, they have no savings and they also have no assets. When you're young, designer, Novikov, the Shard, Miami, Dubai, it's a good time. I'm not saying don't treat yourself. No, treat yourself. But one must save. You know when I really learned the importance of saving? I'll never forget this. And I've never shared this story, and I'm not really even going to share it because it just involves way too many people. But I'm going to just speak around it and what saving did for me in this situation. I remember when I was fresh out of uni, I was working fairly good jobs and I was earning quite a lot of money. I'm living at home. I'm not paying what London rent prices. I'm just contributing to the household, but most of my money was mine. And when I was ready to start music, I remember I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to do this music thing for like about a year and a bit, see how it goes. And if it's going well, I will reduce my hours to a part-time job. So I did. Something told me, and I don't know why, because I wasn't even sure if I was ready to buy a place at that time or if I was just thinking I was going to do a lot of traveling. But I just thought, I'm just going to start saving every bit of money. So every money I was getting, I was just saving. When I was still doing the music, I was saving. Then there was a major thing that happened. It was major. And with my little part-time job at the time, and I'm not earning anything from music yet per se, I was thinking, if I didn't have my savings, what would this situation have been? Like, I can't tell you it would have just been crazy. I don't even know that I would have been able to go back to music because that situation would have just been so extreme. And I would have had to find a way with everyone to get through that for the foreseeable before I could even dream of saying, let me go back on stage. My savings literally saved so many people. That is when I realized the importance of saving. Don't wait for the rainy day. Start now. £10 a week, £5 a week. Let's say if every week you spend £30, say £10 is going to go into my account. It doesn't have to be in massive quantities. It can be as you earn more money if you can afford to, but it doesn't have to be in massive quantities because I'm telling you, in 3 months, 5 months, a year, you are going to be so glad you put that little change away. It makes all the difference. And if you're somebody who has multiple streams of income, have a saving pot for each of those incomes. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not no financial expert. I'm just saying from my experience, this has helped me in many ways more than one. Have a savings for every extra bit of income you get. So if you are somebody who does YouTube, have a YouTube saving account. If you're somebody who does, I don't know, you're a makeup artist, have a makeup artist saving account. Because I'm telling you, when you look back, all those little £5, £10 you've been putting from all of those multiple streams, they accumulate, you know? They accumulate. They add up. And it's only going to be helpful to you. Because let's say the day you want to buy your own photography studio, guess what? You've been saving for how long? You've got that money now. And then guess what? You don't have to touch the money that's coming in to pay your bills because you've got that savings there. And then guess what? You go again. And you know you're not going to be down because for your other residual income, you've got savings for that as well. You've got savings from your main job. You've got save. Think of tomorrow. I know as young people, it's so hard to see the future from where you are right now, but you need to. If nobody around you is telling you to think about the future, I am telling you to think about the future. Please think about the future. You have to think about tomorrow. Save.